big sentence here. Caesar 1.6.1. So, there were altogether, a little adverb there, 2 roads. That's a neuter plural there, nominative plural. By which roads they could leave from home. We got an imperfect subjunctive here. Oop, pencil broke. Imperfect subjunctive. Oddly there, you can see the infinitive inside of it. That's just how you form it. And auxiliary, present active infinitive. Exire, tiny little verb. You can see the X there. Leave out from. And then we got the colon. And so we have 1 right there. 1 there. And the other 2 is here. Alterum, 1 and the other. Okay, so it's going to describe each, but that gives you the structure of it. 1 through the Sequani, now that's a tribe, that's a people. Narrow and difficult. Adjectives describing that. And they go back and they basically describe that. Between the mountain Jura and the Rhone River. Okay, little prepositional phrase there. Always knock those out. By which, actually, got a macron over there because it's by which, that's an ablative. By which barely individual carts could be led. All right, this is tricky. Look, ducarenter, imperfect, passive, subjunctive. All right, and then the subject of this is here, cari, carts. So it's so narrow that the carts have to go through one by one. However, the mountain, a very high mountain, hangs over it, sort of impends upon it. Altissimus, not the highest, I don't think, but we would say very high. Yeah. So that, and this is going to be a big old result clause, result. So that easily, just a few guys could stop them. Look, posent, just like up here, whoop. So we know what that form is, right? Another imperfect subjunctive. And here we have a complementary infinitive. Complementary infinitive completes the action of posent. They could stop them. Okay, it's present active infinitive. Number 2, the other road through our province. Now this province, it's kind of capital P province, which is Provence in France, the south of France, very beautiful region. Considered a Roman province because it was very, very strongly held by Rome. Much easier. Okay, that's a comparative there. Comparative adverb. More easily, much more easily. That's an ablative of degree of difference. And faster. Another comparative adverb. Propterea quod. Now this altogether just means because. It's 2 words meaning one. Because between the territory of the Helvetii and the Allobrogi, who recently had been pacified, in other words, oppressed, the Rhone flows. All right, let's just kind of stop there. We've got peccati errant, they go together. So that's a pluperfect passive, peccati errant, and the subject of it is here. And this is the relative pronoun, so the antecedent is Allobrogum. It had recently been pacified. The Rhone River flows, and this river is crossed in not no places by wading. In other words, in some places. So non nullius together means some. It's just a roundabout way of saying some. And these are ablatives of means. Ablative of means. It is crossed in some places by waiting. In other words, you could ford it. It's shallow. All right. So passive here. Present passive. You can tell because it has the passive ending. For people who are really working on the passive, want to point this out. So it's passive, and of course you get the ablative here. It is crossed by shallows, by waiting. All right? And so you can switch that around and say the waiting areas, the river is crossed, so we cross the river. It's a little different there. Let's take this peccati errant. They had been pacified. They had been pacified. In other words, the Romans pacified them. So that's how we try to handle the passive. Don't see any others in here. But yeah, little mini lesson there.